Yo guys, and welcome back to this new stream here on the channel. And on today's stream we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price action, and on today's stream we're going to go over this significant pump we're just getting created here on the market, guys. We were creating a very significant bull flag scenario with this downward sloping resistance line on the top side. Like you can see, we did saw several rejections by the top side over here, but at the same time here on the lower side, we were forming, of course, this downward sloping support. So yeah, we were basically forming a parallel channel towards the downside, and of course this parallel channel, you could be approaching it a little bit differently, because this looks to be as well a perfect bull flag. And if you don't know already, Bitcoin tends to create bull flags after such a significant rally towards the upside. And after Bitcoin is going parabolically towards the upside, it tends to create these consolidation periods of a bull flag before then creating its next leg towards the upside. So are we right now going to be expecting that Bitcoin is going to create another significant leg towards the upside? We will be seeing it right now here, because if we're going to be measuring this projected move here from this point, and of course from the lower side the bull flag was going towards, and at this point in terms of the breakout, we will be right now aiming for a price target around the 58.7k right now, and this is going to be, of course, an absolutely amazing target that we should be aiming for right now. So this is the bull flag target. Right away going to tell you, from the point of the breakout, this is going to be an 8% move, and from the point that we're right now trading on, this is still going to be a measured 6.9% move, what could be for sure help Bitcoin massively to push up towards the next level and potentially reach this the 60k level anytime soon here. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable right now in the market, and since seeing this bull flag getting broken, I do feel very excited, and I do want to be feeling excited about what we could be expecting here in the coming hours from this point on, because you can clearly see right now, high getting created, lower high getting created, lower high getting created, lower high getting created. So on the 1 hour candles, we were in this downtrend, we were forming this lower high trajectory, but what you can see right now on this candle over here is that the imminent short term is right now shifting its trend. So you can see lower high, lower high, lower high, higher high. So we are as well forming this bottom, this local bottom over here, because we were not really closing below this level basically over there of this zone. And since doing so, we are right now confirming and shifting the trend here on the 1 hourly candle. So where we were in a potential or in a minor downtrend over here, we are right now starting to be creating an uptrend. So this is absolutely very good news for Bitcoin, and I do think that this will be having very positive influence on the market in the coming hours. I'm not saying that we're going to go up with a straight pump here. For sure, it's possible. I will be definitely not deny that, but I do expect that Bitcoin in general is going to be moving up in an ever so slightly pace towards the upside right now here. And then another reason to expect that Bitcoin is going to be moving up from here on was, of course, the hidden bullish divergence that we saw getting created here. So what you can see right now here is that the RSI on the 1 hourly candles was forming this low over here. So that is equaling this low in the price section. But while we were forming this low, we were on the RSI forming lower lows here on the time over here. So we were forming a lower low while the price action was still forming a higher low, like you can see. So higher lows getting formed on the price action, lower lows getting formed here on the RSI. So of course, like we already know, this is a hidden bullish divergence, and these hidden bullish divergence could be really lead in towards Bitcoin creating more exponential prices towards the upside. So yeah, we were getting this bullish signal in the market, what is of course an absolutely good sign to see here. And since then, we also really started to move up towards the upside. And since right now, of course, like we just told you a moment ago, breaking this important downtrend and really starting a potential uptrend right now on the 1 hourly candles, this is looking particularly good here. And you can see on this new 1 hourly candle open, we're already starting to move up ever so slightly, and my trade is once again above the $70,000. So looking very good here. So if I'm as well going to zoom in towards the lower time frames and going to quickly look at this trend over here, because it is very important to do some trend analysis. And here as well in the 30 minutes, you can see lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and right now we're forming a higher high. So once again, lower high trajectory shifted right now into a higher high trajectory. So what we could be expecting as well, if we're going to get a potential pullback from here on, is that we're going to be creating higher lows as well. So make sure that you're going to keep your eyes out on the market structure that Bitcoin is currently creating, because it is looking particularly solid right now here. And I would for sure not be surprised if Bitcoin is going to be going for a massive push up here on this one hourly candle right now. And on this candle that we got created over here, we already saw once again some liquidations coming back in towards the market. We were seeing an approximately, let me quickly look at this for you guys out there. We were seeing an approximately $5 million US getting liquidated in short positions once again here. What is of course pretty interesting, and what like we still know here is that the funding rates are still not so super high right now, and that still means and still gives me a signal that I will be keeping my trade open a little bit longer. And this is also giving me an indication that Bitcoin is most likely not going to create such a big long squeeze right now, and that we still have some more room to grow here. So make sure to keep your eyes out on that one. And guys, by the way, I see a lot of requests as well coming in for Ethereum, so I will be going into Ethereum in a second. I will be first do my Bitcoin analysis, and after that I will be moving in towards the altcoins, right? So if we're looking to the Bitcoin 4-hourly chart, you can see the 4-hourly candle closed as well here. This is of course a very solid 4-hourly close that we're currently creating, and like we know here, from the previous time the Bitcoin was so overextended, I will be always compare it to this scenario over here. We first of all, while we were so overextended, saw a minor pullback, and then we created 3 bearish divergence along the way up here with 3 higher highs. So we were forming lower highs here on the RSI on the 4-hourly candles, but we were still forming 3 local higher highs over there. So personally, I am anticipating similar structure like it was doing over here for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was of course on the same overextended territorium. It already saw its pullback, and right now what I do expect here is that we're going to create these 3 higher highs here before potentially cooling off and then going for another leg up here. So I do still think, because we have not been creating bearish divergence on the 4-hourly candles yet here, that we are going to create the RSI, first we are going to push up ever so slightly further, create approximately 2 or 3 bearish divergence on the 4-hourly candles, and then we're going to start moving down here. Because yes, we have been seeing this market structure several times before on Bitcoin, and why wouldn't we be just expecting the exact same like we were doing last time around, where we were first of all shifting the downtrend, where we were first of all going overextend on the RSI just on the same levels that we're right now in. I do think that the scenario are very similar. I think the scenarios are very similar, and I do expect that Bitcoin afterwards is going to create such a same rally, but only a little bit more steeper towards the upside for Bitcoin. So yeah, definitely a thing that I'm right now anticipating. So yeah, to be clear and to of course give you my predictions right now on the imminent short term for Bitcoin, yes, I still think that we're going to see higher highs getting generated, and I still think that we are going to see a correction, but I don't think that it necessarily has to be right now here. If we're going to roll over from here on, I'm good with it. I will be definitely looking forward towards it. Because I could be buying and adding some more Bitcoin positions to my longs, of course. But if I'm looking back to previous price action, and at the same time Bitcoin is even moving up further on, like you can see here on the 1-hourly candles, Bitcoin is once again trading about the 55,000 US dollars. The chances are relatively high that we're going to maybe create such kind of a structure before then going for that cool-off period. So that is my expectation right now here for Bitcoin. Maybe we're just only going to create 1 high and cool off, or maybe we're going to create this 2 high structure and then cool off. But yeah, let's see how this is going to be developing, of course, and let's keep our eyes out on Bitcoin, on how it will behaving itself here in the coming hours from here on. But you can see for the imminent short term, you should be definitely anticipate higher price targets. And yeah, you can see we're right now once again trading against the 55,000 US dollar resistance. You can see over here on the 1-hourly candles, this has been a major level of resistance from the past. So you can see over here major rejection, and right now we're going to retest this level once again. So yeah, important resistance right now getting retested once again. So what do we want to be basically seeing on this 1-hourly candle to of course absolutely confirm the trend and continue our way up here is a breakthrough of this red box here. So yeah, that is a thing that we're for sure going to witness here live on the stream here. So don't forget to stick till the end of the stream here. And guys, as well, quickly going to be asking a favor. We're right now having 85 likes here. Let's smash up that like button to 200 likes here. Of course, smashing up the like button only going to take a few seconds over time, and it will be literally mean the world to me here. So don't forget to smash it up right now here, and then we're going to be moving on further into our analysis here, of course. So at the same time, 4-hourly candles, if we're really looking to this high that we could create over here, and we're looking back to previous price action, you can see there has not been a major amount of significance getting added of this level. Of course, we can see that this level provided us support over here, support over here, support over here, support over here, some supportive touches over there, resistance over here, resistance over here. and some support over here. So basically, yeah, this level has a little bit of significance that we have to be breaking through, of course. So yeah, we will be monitoring and we will be keeping our eyes out on this level, but it's going to be relatively important to break through this level as well. Like we know here is that if we're going to be enabling the VPVR, and if we're quickly going to go to the daily time frame, and if we're looking to the range that we're right now trading on, guys, is that we know that we're right now running into some kind of a more volume resistance range, because we know this range over here where we absolutely crushed through in a very rapid pace, of course, was a very low volume range here, and right now we're running into towards some higher volume ranges because there was a lot of consolidation on this range over here, right? So there's going to be a little bit of more of a harder job of breaking through this level. It's not going to be an easy task with as soon as we're breaking through it. The major target for resistance for Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and of course on the 4-hourly candles, is going to be the stop over here. This is going to be, first of all, a major Fibonacci resistance on the Bitcoin weekly chart, and second of all, it's going to be major resistance in terms of horizontal levels of support or resistance for Bitcoin on the lower time frame. So that's for sure a thing to keep our eyes out on right now here. So what is your next move, is Crypto Pumpert asking me right now. So for me on my next move here, what I'm going to do in terms of trading, of course, like you guys probably already know, I still will be keeping my trade open here for Bitcoin, because I think this Bitcoin trade, I could be easily righted towards new all-time highs. So yes, I will be keeping my trade open ever so slightly, and what is going to be my next move here is to lean back ever so slightly. I'm going to witness the market, I'm going to give the market some time, and as soon is we're going to get, let's say, a very significant pullback where everyone is going to start panicking once again, because this is not really a pullback, right? This is an approximately 4% move down here. I do think that for these 4% moves downs are usually already at the local bottoms that we could be finding here. But for me, like I just told you before, the real scenario there where I will be starting to open a new massive long position at here is either at a very clear signal of a trend reversal on the if let's say we're in a downtrend, or if we're seeing a very clear trend reversal on a pattern, or a very good trading pattern that we are having, but right now we're not seeing these trading patterns unfold, or of course if the 4-hourly candles is going to create a massive rejection and go back towards this green box here. These are the zones that I would be liking to accumulate some more Bitcoin positions at, because right now I don't think it's a good time. Of course, I'm not saying Bitcoin is not going to increase, because I'm very comfortable that and confident that Bitcoin is going to set higher highs here in the coming days, in the coming weeks, as well this weekend. I do think that Bitcoin could be creating higher highs here, but still, I'm going to be saying, be careful, because I'm scared with longing the market on this time of recording. I should be rather wait for a better opportunity. And of course, guys, like we know as well, tomorrow it's weekend, and like we have been learning from the weekend, that every single time we open the Saturday candle, we usually tend to open the Monday candle there as well. And we will be, of course, give you guys once again a very good weekend prediction, because yeah, the last time we made a weekend prediction, it exactly played out here, because our weekend prediction for here one as well, I knew we opened, we closed the weekend of 48k, and I was making my prediction that on Monday, so exactly over here, we were reaching the 48k average just like this. So yeah, we clearly reached that target right away, exactly on our time frame. So once again, I'm going to do the exact same prediction most likely for this weekend. So I'm looking forward towards this weekend. In the meantime, Bitcoin 55.1k already, guys. We're moving up very significantly. So this is good to see. This is lovely to see, because I will be going into altcoins as well in a moment, and maybe Bitcoin is definitely dragging these altcoins with it as well. What is going to be, of course, a relatively bullish news that we could be looking at the same time. Quickly looking to the daily time frame, Bitcoin, what are we seeing on the daily time frame? Not a lot of super interesting things here. If we're going to set up real quickly this Fibonacci from swing high to swing low, we know that we are maybe potentially going to run into towards some resistance on this Fibonacci chart around the 57.2k here. So that's a level to keep our eyes out on here for sure. As well, if we're going to set up a Fibonacci from swing low to swing high to from swing high, excuse me, to swing low to identify some retracement levels, you can see that the 61k is on this chart, the major level resistance in terms of this Fibonacci. So yeah, looking forward towards it. If I'm going to set up a real quick Fibonacci extension, a Fibonacci trend-based extension from this level over here, you can see that we're ready to retrace towards the 0.618 here, a major level of resistance, and right now we're trying to break above it once again, and then we're trying to retest that support, so looking as well particularly good here. Yeah, in the imminent short term, we're already trying to crush through this level. So yeah, Bitcoin is definitely pumping right now here. And for me out there, for everyone who just joined in here, I will be going in a second towards the next time frame here, and we'll be discussing a little bit Bitcoin in more depth here. But for everyone out there that don't know my target yet here of this specific move that we're currently getting generated, this move over here has a price target of the 58.7k here. This is of course a bull flag that we're right now looking at. We're seeing a very exponential move that Bitcoin created here towards the upside. Then it's creating a bull flag and consolidation pattern for a next rally up here. Then we are right now breaking out of this bull flag, and we're running into towards critical resistance. So personally, my price target for today, my price target for Bitcoin over here is going to be the top side of this bull flag price target. So for everyone out there who was not anticipating, or for everyone out there who is right now asking me, Rover, where do you see Bitcoin heading towards next year? I should be approaching, since we of course clearly broke out of this bull flag, that the price target will be trading around the 58,700 US dollars. So we could be for sure once again see these exponential rises for Bitcoin on this live stream. So I'm looking forward towards what we could be doing, but still going to say out there, because probably a lot of you guys really want to be trading the market as well. I'm going to say to you guys out there right now is be careful, because yeah, we are still running in towards resistance, but at the same time Bitcoin is even going for a bigger push up here. Of course, this is lovely to see, but still trying to raise the awareness that you want to be careful. But it looks to me that Bitcoin is trying to break through its local high right now here. So you can see Bitcoin create a local high over here, and if we're going to look at this local high, and let me go to as well a different clear chart here. And if we're going to look at this local high over here, you can see if we're going to be able to break through this level as well. This is really confirming the uptrend even further on. But like we just said, you guys, on the beginning of the stream here, just 16 minutes ago, we already confirmed the uptrend, right? So we were already confirming this higher high structure over here. So we were forming lower highs, and right now we're forming higher highs. So the uptrend is already confirmed, but as soon as we're as well going to be able to break through the top side of this resistance box over here, it's going to be relatively bullish here. So looking forward towards what we could be doing, but of course the major resistance was already getting found on this range over here, like you can see. So this range over here was of course providing us with a major amount of rejections, and right now we could be potentially see a breakthrough of it. But I mean, for me to really confirm the breakthrough of this horizontal resistance box, we at least have to be waiting for a 1 hourly candle close, and this 1 hourly candle close is still 43 minutes away from us. So that is of course still a thing that we have to be waiting for. But it looks to me that we could be right now go for this bull flag target, and this bull flag target could be really helping us to push the price of Bitcoin with another from this point, of course. And look at this, we are pumping once again absolutely massively with another 6% from of this point and from of this time of recording. So Bitcoin still has quite a lot of room to grow here right now, and I do think that we could be potentially even see it live in the stream. And maybe guys, it's going to be the stream that we could be reaching the 60k, because if we're going to come close towards the 58.7k, maybe we're even going to crush beyond it, and maybe we're going to even see price targets beyond that one. So still going to say it, guys. I want to be raising the awareness out there is that you want to be getting cautious the higher the market is going to go here as well. As soon as Bitcoin is going to come closer towards these ranges of 60k, I will be taking some partial profits on my trading here, because yes, in this trade I will be trying to take some profits around the 60k, and I will be not closing my trade in the whole time in one go here. No, I will be closing 10% along the way up in my trade here, so I will be maximizing my gains here on the market. So yeah, looking forward towards that one. And definitely can't wait to see what we could be doing here as well with this trade, and as well for Bitcoin, of course, because in the end of the day it will be all coming down to Bitcoin. So at the same time, quickly looking at what the liquidations are doing, because I will be always keeping my eyes out on the liquidations. I mean, only a few million US dollars, so $2 million US dollars approximately got liquidated just a moment ago. So not a lot of liquidations coming in towards the market, so that's pretty interesting, of course. But we will be keeping our eyes out straight. If we're going to maybe see a more significant push, we could be seeing really the liquidation running up here. And at the same time, Borrowed, you're asking me, can you go over Alco, please? Everyone smash up the like button and show him some love by pushing it. That would be absolutely amazing if you could be smashing up the like button right now here. But Borrowed, I also tried to add you on Discord, but your Discord tag was not correct, because I searched it up after the stream, and I tried to add you on Discord because I wanted to be fixing your issue, but it was saying this username is not correct. So please send me your correct username on Discord, so I could be still adding you, my friend. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting the nation. I will be going over Algorand in a moment from here on. But yeah, guys, don't forget to smash up the like button. Right now, watching with 850 of you guys out there. And it will be truly amazing if you could be smashing up that like button right now here. Of course, smashing up the like button, only going to take a few seconds over time, and you will be literally mean the world to me here. So only 220 likes right now here. Let's go for 300 likes, and will be truly amazing. I do not think 60k today here. I mean, yeah, it's definitely a very ambitious target. But for me to really say it is, I say it's only potentially true here. I mean, not true, it's potentially possible. And of course, I will be definitely say it's potentially possible after this 1 hourly candle is closing above the highs over here. If this 1 hourly candle is going to close above the highs over here, and we're going to just once again as well form this higher high on the 1 hourly candles, I will be for sure say it's going to be possible. But either way, guys, we have to be paying our attention towards the divergence that we're going to create here, because yes, Bitcoin is going to be creating some massive bearish divergence along the way, because you can see we're still going to form then a lower high here on the RSI, higher high on the price action. That is going to be resulting in some bearish divergence getting generated from there on. But at the same time, I see some people asking me, let's talk a little bit about Ethereum. So let me look as well quickly at Ethereum. And this was an unfortunately looked at this chart here while I was having a logarithmic chart enabled, so that was pretty unfortunate. So what I was looking at here is potentially, let me see, was potentially an upward sloping, a rising wedge for Ethereum, and you can see we broke down of it. So that's a potential scenario that could be playing out over here. Second of all, you could be looking for a potential upward sloping support line and upper slope resist line as well, and a different rising wedge formation from here on. So looks to be that we're forming a lot of wedges right now on Ethereum, and that we could be maybe potentially see these breakouts anytime soon here. So Ethereum has been really lagging behind Bitcoin for now on. As you can clearly see here, Ethereum is definitely lagging behind Bitcoin right now. If I'm going to, oh, excuse me, that's my indicators. But if I'm going to remove this drawing and go to the 4 hourly candles and look at Ethereum, what it is right now doing here, there is a very important level that we're right now trading against. And this is also really the level that is holding Ethereum back at the moment here. So let me see at the same time. And the most important level that Ethereum is right now getting rejected on is this 4 hour resistance zone. So you can see this was really the rollover point. So Ethereum was forming this lower high structure from here on, right? So this was the rollover point. This was the point that Ethereum found a massive rejection and kickstarted this rally, this correction towards the downside, back towards the 2,800 US dollars. And right now we are retesting this level. So of course it looks to be like a very nice V-shaped recovery. And of course the bulls are definitely in control over here. But what you can see is that we're right now retesting this level. And personally, I do think that Ethereum is holding back ever so slightly, since it is still finding massive amounts of sell orders around this range. So what we could be expecting here is that as soon as Ethereum is going to be able to break through this level, we are going to see higher price targets in a very rapid pace. So right now for Ethereum, we are still down an approximately 10% away from the all-time high. So that's of course still a very, very good thing that we're right now. Not the all-time high, sorry, the all-time high is a little bit higher, excuse me. The 10% away from the local high here. Well, Bitcoin is already above it, but still 17% away from the all-time high. At the same time, I see Collier Williams donated to the channel. You're saying, Rover, have you seen Ventum? I've made so much profit, haha. Let's make sure we all give Rover some support and absolutely destroy that like button. I mean, Corey Williams, it will be truly amazing if we once again could be destroying that like button altogether. Yeah, it's nice to know that you're making good profits with Ventum. I will be going over as well into Ventum in a moment, as soon as we discuss Bitcoin well enough, and as soon as we have been witnessing this this rally, of course, and as soon as we discuss Ethereum. So for me right now, the most important chart to look at right now is of course this horizontal level to break here. If Ethereum is going to close a 4 hourly candle above it, we're not at all, I mean, we already broke the downtrend basically, because we have been forming higher highs since this lower high over here. So that is already a good thing, and we're already standing of course a higher low structure and higher high structure, so that's looking good for Ethereum, right? But just the most important part is that we're going to be breaking through this level, and as soon as we're doing so, we're going to just continue the trend up for Ethereum, and we're going to see higher price targets. And of course, in terms of a trading perspective, is that if we're going to see a breakthrough and we're seeing a rejection back towards this level afterwards, this is going to be your long entry, because this is going to be a very strong textbook analysis entry price, of course. So that's going to be definitely a very good entry if you could be looking forward to scoop that one up here. So yeah, of course, in the meantime, I will be looking at some of your altcoins, and I will be for sure keep my eyes out on Bitcoin, guys. I will be looking at this 1 hourly close all together with you guys out there, because yes, this 1 hourly candle close is going to be very important, because the bull flick is already breaking out like we know here, but right now the most important job here is to break through this horizontal level, and as soon as we're doing so, I do think that we could be seeing some exponential price action here live in the stream. So make sure to stick here till the end of the stream here, and make sure to at least stick here till this 1 hourly candle close, because maybe we're going to see a fake out, maybe we're going to see a clear breakthrough, maybe we're going to see a massive pump, and you definitely want to be part of this one. So let's go as well for the 400 likes at the same time. So let me first of all look at Algorand here before getting into Ventum. So yeah, we'll be keeping my eyes out on these altcoins right now here. Because yeah, altcoins are moving. Look at this, altcoins are moving, and oh, this Phantom. Sorry, I will be first going over Phantom, then on Algorand. So yeah, look at Phantom. Excuse me so much, because this is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane. Phantom once again saw the sending it here. So yeah, we have been seeing, and it has been historically true here. This autumn high retest was a good buy here. This was a very strong buy. Of course, in my opinion, I was not anticipating Phantom to go so stealthily towards the upside. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy because, yes, I did sold a lot of my Ventum around this range, and I have been buying only a little bit back here on the lower side. I wish I have been buying more, but of course right now I was not even aware because I have not even checked it yet, but Ventum is absolutely mooning right now, and this is of course a very nice thing to see here, and it's because of the bullish market structure in crypto. Bitcoin is really helping these altcoins right now here, and Ventum is absolutely sending it once again towards the upside. So to quickly look at levels that we could be finding some resistance on here are the levels that we're right now trading on. The 2.618 is right now getting retested. Important level to look at right now, you can see the 1.618 here as well, providing massive resistance, and right now we're running in towards the 2.618 here. So yes, all the wallets are in profit. We are going to be forming a huge bearish divergence right now on the daily time frame. I'm not going to say anything about Ventum right now here, only saying that we're losing some momentum on the daily time frame and that we're running into towards the 2.618 here. But yeah, it looks quite solid here. Congratulations for all the Ventum holders out there, and looking forward towards that one. So at the same time, Algorand, let me see what we are having for Algo. I mean, of course, we looked at Algorand yesterday or the day before. And if I'm looking to Algorand right now here, I'm looking for exponential gains. I'm looking for exponential gains that are going to come towards our way. And I see as well, Wind Bader saying best altcoin that hasn't pumped yet here, or best altcoin to buy value right now. So of course, I can't give you any financial advice here. Excuse me for a second. Unfortunately, I can't give you any financial advice whatsoever, my man. But if we're looking right now to the Algo chart here, to just talk about this coin here, is that it's looking to be preparing itself for liftoff. And for you guys out there as well, willing to be trading, I do think that Algorand is going to provide massive trading opportunities. And as well, coins like Phantom, you can be, of course, trade these one here all on BYBIT. You can be all trading them on BYBIT as well for Phantom. You can be making exponential gains because Phantom absolutely descended towards the upside. It pumped up massively, and you could be, of course, if you're leveraging it, make insane gains. And as well for Algorand, in my opinion, Algorand is going to be one of these coins that you could be making some definitely very strong gains with. And let me explain you why Algorand is going to be one of these big gainers right now, and why I will be trying to break out as well, break out trade Algorand as well here, because Algorand is first of all forming a very beautiful consolidation pattern, guys, and this is looking very good here. So you can see very strong resistance on the top side, very strong support on the lower side, because previous optimize is getting retested, and at the same time we're forming this upward sloping support line, downward sloping resistance line, and this is resulting in an apex getting reached here. And you can see once again today's candle is finding resistance on this top side of this downward slope resistance line. And we're about to be breaking through this level. And if we're going to be breaking out of this chart here, I do think that Algorand could be doing exactly the same what Phantom is doing right now here. And of course, if you're trading this, you could be making this 50% gain here, 60% move here by, of course, with a 10x leverage, and you could be making 600% profit. So don't forget to sign up here with the highest link in the description right now here. I will be trying to leverage long this one because I'm pretty confident about Algorand right now here. And I feel very excited about that. It could be absolutely sending it towards the upside. And the reason why as well is because of Bitcoin. The Bitcoin market structure is bullish, and that could be helping these altcoins massively out there. And maybe we're still going to go for a retest on the lower side. So I will be for sure waiting for a breakout. I will be for sure waiting for some more confirmations. But for sure, this is not a bad coin that you could be swing trading right now here. This is going to be a coin that you could be swing trading and make massive gains with right now here. So Algorand, my man as well, because not Corey Williams, but Bora, you were asking me, of course, what do you think about Algo right now here? We discussed it several times, but in my opinion, it's really looking to be lifting off anytime soon here. So yeah, looking very strong. And of course, as soon as we're going to be breaking out of this chart, we will be trying to keep you guys up to date about what we're going to do with it. Personally, I will be keeping my eyes out here on Algorand a little bit more here, and of course, monitor if we could be seeing a breakout, because I will be for sure looking forward towards opening a long position as well in Algorand to of course potentially trade it towards the upside. And since Bitcoin is right now moving up once again here on the imminent short term, and since Bitcoin could be excuse me. And since Bitcoin could be, of course, potentially create this reach this price target here of this bull flag, we could be, of course, as well see more price and more money going back towards these altcoins, and in general, more money getting added here in the cryptocurrency industry. So definitely looking forward towards it. The FOMO has still not started for Bitcoin. If you think it has already started, you're definitely on the wrong side, because the FOMO looks like this. It looks like a massive interest spike, but we are not seeing this interest spike yet here. There's still a lot to come for Bitcoin out there, so make sure that you're going to be subscribed to the channel, of course, ring the bell notification, because then you're not going to miss out on all these significant moves here. But guys, we are just getting started, and if you are not exposed to Bitcoin already, what are you waiting for, in my opinion? Because being not exposed to Bitcoin is, in my opinion, a risk that you're taking. Of course, always determine if you want to be buying it yourself or not. I'm not your financial advisor, but in my opinion, having no Bitcoin in your portfolio is irresponsible and not smart as an investor. So as well for Bitcoin, we're coming closer and closer towards this 1 hourly candle close, and you can see the 30-minute candles also closed here just a moment ago, and you can see the 30-minute candle close was a relatively good candle close that we got out there, because you can see over here, previous resistance over here is right now getting broken. So of course I want to be seeing this breakthrough on the 1 hourly candles, but we're already starting to do so with the 30-minute candles. So this is already a good thing that we are seeing right now, and you can once again clearly see the downtrend is getting broken. So what will we be expecting for the coming in the short term? Maybe not exponential price targets towards the upside, but at least an uptrend is getting started. So we could be expecting higher targets in the coming hours and the remaining of the day especially. So yeah, it is looking particularly good right now here. And let me see what you guys are saying. A really helpful insight. Thank you so much for your your feedback basically. So as well, let me see, Juan is saying right now here, hello Rover, can you check DAG chart? I think it's setting up for a long run. So let me see what it is doing right now, my man. So at the same time, guys, quickly want to be asking another favor. We're right now only 23 likes away before smashing the 400 likes. So if you're just tuned in towards the stream here, don't forget to smash up the like button. It would be truly amazing if you could be doing so, because you will be only it will be only take a few seconds over time, and you will be absolutely help me out massively. So what is this coin doing? You think it is setting itself up for a long run here? I mean, yeah, what I'm currently seeing is, first of all, major resistance line from top side. I don't think it's a significant line, because I want to be seeing more touch points getting generated. But yeah, maybe we could be looking for a potential falling wedge scenario where we could be breaking out towards the upside, and where we could be, of course, potentially see the spike towards the upside getting generated from. And we know this coin has been doing similar things before. So yeah, it could be moving up very quickly, and maybe it could be really be very useful, since Bitcoin is right now in this massive uptrend. It could be really helping this coin as well to potentially push up here. If we're looking to some horizontal levels of previous resistance and support, you can see this was a major resistance zone over here, major support zone, right now getting retested once again as support. So is this level, previous resistance, going to once again flip into support? It looks to be so far, yes, and that we could be seeing a potential very strong bounce from this zone here. So looking particularly good here. If I'm going to set up a Fibonacci from swing low to swing high, you can see right now we're finding support on the 0.618 here, a very good level to find some support on. As well, previous resistance got found on this level. So yeah, it is definitely not a bad time to accumulate, in my opinion, this coin, and it could be for sure find its local bottom over here. So yeah, looking forward towards what it could be doing. I do think the chances are relatively high that it could be bouncing. Of course, a push up towards the all-time high is already a 150% move here. We are right now approximately 60% down from its all-time high. So pretty interesting what we're going to do. Looks to be since retraced towards this 0.618 level, and since retracing towards this previous resistance zone, I do think the chances are relatively high for a push back towards the upside from here on. So yeah, looking good, my man, looking good. And Bitcoin in the meantime is even trying to go for a bigger push up over here. So yeah, congratulations for everyone who is once again now panic selling Bitcoin, because yeah, I also just got a tweet by a viewer over here, and it was a very amazing tweet, because he was basically saying to me, Rover, I'm so grateful because you helped me not panic sell Bitcoin. So that was a pretty crazy tweet here. So yeah, for everyone who did panic sell Bitcoin, rip to you. Hopefully you're going to come back stronger. Hopefully you have learned from your mistakes, because panic selling Bitcoin is never the strongest thing to do here, because you always want to be panic buying if the market is going down, and panic selling if the market is going up here. And of course, in the recent correction that we got, in the massive correction that we got, basically there were a lot of panic sellers out there, because a lot of people were anticipating 28k or 30k, but yeah, we on the channel were for sure not anticipating that one. So The real Xenon. Good morning, brother. Can you please check VeChain? Thank you so much, of course. Like you guys already know, I'm a huge lover of VeChain, and we'll be going over it towards it in a second. We'll be as well trying to discuss the most amount of your projects, guys. But as well, I will be keeping my eyes out mainly as well on Bitcoin. So, yeah, we'll be for sure go over it, but I want to be not losing my attention on Bitcoin right now as well, because I do think it's important to discuss Bitcoin mainly because if basically Bitcoin is going to move up, it's going to be the altcoins that are going to follow. And if Bitcoin is really going to go for a massive pump here, I want to be witnessing it live, because what is better than witnessing a Bitcoin pump live on the stream here? So once again, it's trying to go for another push up right now here, as of course for finding these new territoriums here on the 1 hourly candles, and let's see how much further we could be pumping. And like we told you guys already, since breaking out of the bull flag, we could be maybe see the next 1 hourly candle see a massive green candle and a massive green spike towards the upside. So we are right now as well forming the higher high than this high over here, and it's going to be important to do so as well on this 1 hourly candle close here. So yeah, we are moving up very significantly, and this is of course lovely to see here. And let's see how far we can come here. It will be important for me as well to at least set some higher highs than these local highs over here, because if we're not going to be peaking above these wicks that we got generated last time around here, we could be maybe in for some kind of a structure that Bitcoin is just not going to be able to create a higher highs than these highs over there. So we are going to once again still move down here. So that's the reason why it's going to be important to see this 1 hourly candle close solid above this level, because if we're going to get a solid 1 hourly candle close and not a 1 hourly close with a big wick on the top side, we could be potentially look for a retracement back towards this red line over here, and this is going to be particularly bullish because this zone over here is a previous resistance zone. Previous resistance zones tend to be holding up very strong if you're going to retest the support. And this could be really add the fuel towards the market, and this could be really helping Bitcoin to potentially push up afterwards, and then set, of course, these higher highs after that. So maybe we could be see such kind of a structure that I'm right now drawing in front of you. But personally, it's going to be first important to look at where this 1 hourly candle will be closing, because if this 1 hourly candle will be just pushing further on, I do think the next 1 hourly candle could be even more green, of course, and we could be even see more exponential price rallies after that one. So at the same time, quickly looking at the volume that is coming in, yes, we're still seeing approximately every quarter of an hour, we're seeing an approximately $1 million US liquidation coming in here. The volume is as well once again running up here. Good to see. Of course, since the prices are moving up, we're seeing more buying volume and less selling volume. But at the same time, we are still seeing, of course, a pretty huge amount of sell volume coming in towards the market. Approximately 224 Bitcoins getting sold on the past quarter, and 350 getting bought. So yeah, looking particularly good here. A lot of buying orders coming in here, and you can see at the same time Bitcoin is flying once again here. Bitcoin is going to set another high here, and guys, this is absolutely crazy here. Congratulations for everyone who's once again witnessing this live local high that we're once again going to form here, because yes, every step that we're right now making is going to be a step in the right direction. Every step that we're right now making is going to be the step closer towards the all-time high. And right now I will be quickly saying it to you guys out there. Let me see how much dollars we are away from the all-time high. If we're looking to this chart, we are right now still $9,000 away from the all-time high, and we're coming closer every single freaking minute. We are coming closer towards an all-time high, and you can see we're right now only 14% away from it, and I'm looking forward towards seeing this target getting reached here, and I'm getting excited about reaching this target anytime soon here. And like we know here in terms of our predictions, the weekly candle close is going to be extremely important for Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin going to be able to close this weekly candle above the 0.382? I do think the chances are relatively high that we're going to close above this level. And of course, if we're going to do so, we could be first of all flip this level into support once again if we're going to retrace towards it. But second of all, we could be as well look for our next resistance target, and our next major resistance target is going to be the 0.5 in the Fibonacci, and this will be as well a major previous resistance zone from there on. So still going to say it, guys, the weekly Fibonacci extension tool is going to be one of the most important Fibonacci's to look at to determine on where Bitcoin is going to be finding some short-term resistance or whatsoever. And of course, what we can currently see is that Bitcoin is even go for a further push up here. Sorry for not paying attention towards that one. You can see Bitcoin is even moving further up here, and right now my trade is already once again even higher up in profit. And a lot of people told me on the stream, Rover, just take some profits. But no, I was saying no, because the perfect ingredient was there not yet to take profits. And of course, I will be taking profits on my trade, but not yet on this time here. So Looking very good what we're right now getting here. Most likely, if we're going to look at the squeezes that we're getting in terms of liquidations, the market is moving up even further on. Yeah, you can see we are getting another $6 million liquidation. Of course, it's not a massive short liquidation that we're right now getting here. Of course, Bitcoin really needs to go for a bigger push up here in terms to create an even bigger short squeeze over here. So yeah, looking forward towards it. But guys, I see as well, we're watching with over 2,000 of you guys out there. Guys, don't forget to smash up the like button real quickly. Of course, smashing up the like button, it's only going to take a few seconds over time, and we know from the last time around that we did the stream here is that smashing up the like button brought us good faith here, because exactly while we were reaching our target, we of course went for this push up towards the upside. So let's see if we could be doing it once again another time here. So Alec as well donated to the channel. You're saying I love the live streams. Can you please check Solana? So I will be going over Solana in a second, my man. For sure, we'll be going over it. I see Solana is right now moving up still with 2%, trading on $158. But I will be going over it in a moment. Because first I want to be really looking at Bitcoin for a second as well. If I'm doing some analysis on the lower time frames, you can see on the 50-minute candle, we are right now seeing a particularly big wick getting created here. But what we do know from Bitcoin, and like we already discussed to you guys out there, is that because I see that we're having a lot of new viewers right now, and I want to be quickly say this to you guys that just tuned in here. We know that Bitcoin already shifted its downtrend because we're forming lower highs. Right now we're forming higher highs, so we're forming, of course, an uptrend. Then second of all, if we're looking to our price target of this breakout, we're going to be aiming for a price target of the 58.7K. Of course, we were looking at this bull flex scenario. And for you guys now that are not familiar on how to measure price targets of the bull flag, you of course measure the impulsive move towards the upside. Then you're going to be look at in the bull flag. You're going to find the lower side of the bull flag. You're going to place your price target over there, and that can be of course show you the price target. Then the price target is going to be exactly the 58.7K, and that is of course an approximately 9% measured move from the point of the breakout. So that is of course an absolutely beautiful thing to see here. 9% move from the measured breakout. Of course, from the point of recording, we could be still go for this this measured move of an approximately 5% towards the upside. So I do think, yeah, there's still a lot of steam in this rally, and we still have a lot of potential to of course crush through and see higher targets getting reached from here on. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward towards where we could be heading towards from here on. So let me see. Bitcoin is going to the moon. Yeah, Bitcoin is absolutely going to the moon right now, man. According to your calculations, when do you think Bitcoin will be reaching 60K? I mean, guys, by the way, I did a prediction here on Twitter already on 1 October. You can go back towards that one. I will be not doing it right now. But I made a prediction on 1 October what my price targets will be for the end of October. And my price targets were, of course, between the 55,000 and 60K. So far, it has been playing out for Bitcoin. My price prediction on the 1st of October. And 1st of October, we're trading on like 46K or so, or 40. Oh, no, wait. We were trading way lower on the 1st of October. I think on the 1st of October, yeah, we were trading on $46,000 approximately. So yeah, so far the prediction came out perfectly. But what are my expectations for Bitcoin 60K here? Like I told you already, I do think that Bitcoin could be potentially seeing 60K today here. The reason why here is because of this bull flex scenario and of course of this exponential rise here, but still, there are still relatively big chances that we're going to see pullbacks along the way here. And that's, of course, a thing that I have said to you guys several times before. Because, yeah, we're right now seeing still a bearish divergence getting created here on the Bitcoin 1 hourly chart. As soon as we're going to confirm this 1 hourly close, of course, we're going to see a bearish divergence getting formed over here. That's, of course, still going to be a little bit more of a worry for me right here, to be honest. And for you guys out there that are just tuned in here, I already made a prediction that Bitcoin is going to create maybe potentially this kind of market structure, right? This kind of market structure, and then see a potential cool off. Because the reason why I'm saying so is because Bitcoin was extremely overextended on the 4-hourly time frame. And the last time that we did so as well over here, we were of course in the same market structure, because basically here we were in a downtrend. We confirmed the trend up, we went extremely overbought. Here we were in a downtrend, we went up extremely overbought, right? And after this overbought territory, and we were over here, we were seeing, of course, 3 local highs getting formed and 3 bearish divergences getting formed. So personally, once again, I'm expecting similar market structure like we did over here. So once again, I do expect Bitcoin is going to create a 3 high structure like this over here, and then see a potential cool off period, and then of course go for another leg up here. So that's basically my prediction for Bitcoin if I'm zooming out ever so slightly, because yes, Bitcoin is going to be creating a lot of bearish divergence right now here, because you can see already if Bitcoin is going to close its 4-hourly candle like this here, yeah, we're going to create a higher high in the price section, lower high here on the RSI. This is going to be in the end of the day result in a pullback. This is going to be in the end of the day result in a potential pullback towards the downside. So yeah, that's my message to everyone out there, to right now, of course, not leverage long the market. I don't think it's responsible to, of course, open a long position on the time of recording right now. I should be for sure, for you guys out there that want to join me as well with these long positions, wait ever so slightly. I said it several times there. I want to be as well, open a new position for sure. But right now it is not the time yet here for me as well. I will be waiting ever so slightly for a potential pullback, and on that pullback I will be opening a massive position. But right now it is not the time yet here. It's not the time yet, but the time will come anytime soon. I can already promise you that for sure. So some people are saying, guys, let me know real quickly. I'm very curious what your predictions are. So make sure to drop your predictions in the chat right now here. What are your predictions for the end of today? Where do you see Bitcoin could be heading towards today? Let me know right now, live in the chat here, guys. What are your Bitcoin predictions right now here? And what are the potential targets that Bitcoin could be heading towards right now? I'm very curious what we could be doing, and I'm very curious what you guys are going to say as well out there. So looking forward towards it, of course. Looking forward towards it. Let me see. Where do you see the pullback towards CR? For me, the pullback that Bitcoin could be creating here in terms of the 4-hourly time frame is going to be the green box over here. This is going to be a potential pullback that we could be generating, and of course the reason why I'm saying so is that this was the previous high that we got generated over here. So we formed this local high over here on the 52.8k approximately. And this is going to be a local high that we could be reaching once again here in terms of a pullback. So Bitcoin could be creating this structure like this. Then we could be seeing a pullback towards the 52k. And then we could be starting to move up again here. So let me as well go over your Solana request real quickly. Because I do think that we have some time to discuss it right now real quickly. Well, we'll be keeping my eyes on Bitcoin, of course. So what has Solana been doing here? Of course, we know that Solana has been seeing a formation of a symmetrical triangle is getting formed right now here. So Solana could be, of course, before I go into Solana, I see the chat is, of course, dropping their predictions. I see 56k, 58k for today. Of course, we're talking about, guys, for everyone who just tuned in here. 58,000, 56,000, 57.5k is Mono Green saying. That will be an amazing target if we could be reaching it. 66k is a little bit too ambitious today. Maurice is saying 58k. I see Teamwork saying 28k. I don't think that's true here. Guys, we're talking about the end of the day, right? So how about the bear flag? I mean, we're not throwing a bear flag yet, so I'm not seeing it, because a bull flag you create towards the downside, a bear flag you create towards the upside. So we're not seeing a bear flag getting created yet here. She Boys, of course, saying one Bitcoin is one Lambo. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, 58k, 64k, 57k. A lot of predictions, of course, coming in here. 58k. I think 58k is for sure possible, Nicole. I do think that's possible right now live in the stream. Potentially, of course, but let me look at Solana. Personally, what I do think right now, because I know there are a lot of Solana lovers out there here on the channel, I do think that this coin is potentially a little bit overbought right now. It's a little bit overextended, and it's not going to see the same exponential rise like it did over here. But what I can tell you to you guys out there right now here is that Solana has been creating, of course, this symmetrical triangle, and creating such a symmetrical triangle after a significant rally uprise. So you are creating a symmetrical triangle after a significant rally towards the upside. I think I can tell you already, the chances are relatively high that Solana is going to be breaking out through the top side, and Solana is going to be moving up from here on. I do think the chances are relatively high. And so I'm looking forward towards what we could be doing with that one. I for sure look forward towards that. Is Solana really going to set exponential higher highs once again? I don't think so. I don't think that Solana could be going to charge towards, let's say, $300 or whatsoever. And of course, a move towards the $300 is only going to be a 2x from here on, and it's going to be a major risk to see that happening, because there's so many people first of all on profit in Solana, and I do think it's pretty overextended. It's going to be creating a major bearish divergence along the way up here. It's not going to be the best performing coin, in my opinion. It's not going to be the best performing coin right now here. In terms of the coming months from here on, in terms of ROI, because yes, the major rally was already over here. Here was the time to make profits, but right now I do think it's the time to be a little bit more skeptical. Yeah, you can see resistance, support, it's going to be important to see whether the breakout will be happening, of course. So 6987 is saying I love you. That's a very nice message and a very kind message from you, my man. So yeah, thank you for support of the nation, and yeah, much love back, of course, much love back here. So thank you so much for your support of the nation. But yeah, what we can currently see for Solana, we'll be just staying on the sidelines, and until we're choosing a direction either towards the upside or either towards the downside. It's going to be important to monitor this symmetrical triangle. But basically, a thing that I can say to you guys out there is, if you're going to look at the CMC, we know that Solana has an 47 billion market capitalization. So just think smartly. Are you invested in Solana to make exponential gains here in the coming months? I don't think that you should be expecting that. You could be maybe potentially expect a 1 or 2x, sorry, yeah, 1.5 or 2x, but not these 10x's from here on. You should not be anticipating a 10x for Solana from here on. But if you want to be looking at the 10x's, you could be ready to look at coins like VeChain that still have the possibility. Also pretty high market cap, of course, 7 billion. But it is easier for VeChain to make these bigger steps, of course. So yeah, also looking particularly good right now. Still think it's a good buy. Still think that you could be buying it relatively cheap right now. And looking forward towards it. Then guys, quickly going to say it. Guys, we are right now in the last 10 minutes of this 1 hourly candle close here. So like we already know, and if you don't know already, in the last 10 minutes of these 1 hourly candle closes, we tend to see, of course, the major volatility getting added. So yeah, we're right now in the last minutes of this 1 hourly close, and it's going to be important on where it's going to close right now. So the last 10 minutes started, and it's going to be game on right now. It's going to be important where we're going to be heading towards from up this point. So I'm looking forward towards it, and I definitely can't wait to see what we could be going towards from here on. So let me see what the chat is saying real quickly. Cody 10x, I think Cody is as well pretty overextended, to be honest. Cody, of course, has moved up very quickly. It's sitting at pretty high stages. I think as well 10x is for sure possible, because if we're looking to Cody, the market capitalization is as well, it's relatively high. It's relatively high, 460 million. I mean, but still, it has quite a lot of potential. It still have quite a lot of potential. And it could be easily doing a thing at 10x, because then it's just going to be 4.6 billion, and that's for sure possible. I think Cody is one of these coins that could be still see, let's say, make exponential price action towards the upside. It could be for sure still make so. So Cody is one of these coins that you can, let's say, make more potential gains with than Solana right now, in my opinion. So yeah, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good here. Nearly 2K watching, smashing it, Rover. I mean, yeah, the Starbuck once again. We are absolutely smashing it. So, guys, as well, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to smash up the like button. If you're, new to the stream, don't forget to smash up the like button. Of course, guys, if you haven't already, smashing up that like button is only going to take a few seconds over time, and of course, it will be bringing good faith to us. And as well, it will be helping us to get more people exposed here in the cryptocurrency industry, because the more people smashing up the like on the stream, the more viral cryptocurrency content is going, the more people will be getting exposed to crypto. So you will be not only help me out there, because yeah, you will be helping me out massively by smashing up the like button, but you will be as well help out the whole cryptocurrency industry by smashing up that like button. So Zilliqa Easy 10x, I mean, Zilliqa as well has potential. It has potential for sure. I mean, there are a lot of coins that still have this 10x potential from here on. So yeah, make sure to keep your eyes out on that one. Let me see what the chat is saying out there. Let me see what the chat is saying. What are we having? Maybe Bitcoin could be for sure go for another leg up here, especially on the next 1 hourly candle close, just like we did over here. We started slow, and then we went up high, and then we saw this big blow off wick we got generate from there on. Let me see. Oh, that's crazy, man. I mean, some people talk about Ventum here, of course. And guys, I mean, I'm on the channel. I made some Ventum calls here on the channel, right? For you guys that are absolutely OGs here, I've made Ventum calls to buy Ventum over here on this range over here, but I as well told a lot of you guys out there that I sold it around this range. So yeah, I did sell a lot of my Ventum around this range here. I'm still very happy with the gains, because I bought Ventum for an average price of 28 cents there. I bought it extremely low here, and of course, if you don't believe me, I as well tweeted about it. I discussed it in several videos. I don't know exactly which video it was, because it was quite a while ago, but I as well tweeted about it and told you guys that I bought into Ventum, and of course, we bought in towards it relatively low for levels around 28 cents here. And yeah, since then, of course, it moved up very quickly. I mean, if I was still holding it, I almost made a 10x from there on. But sure, I did make some very strong profits already along the way up here. So I did sold a lot of my Ventum, 80% of my Ventum over there. I bought a little bit back here. But right now I am looking forward towards what I'm going to do right now here. I'm not necessarily going to take major profits yet here. But I'm definitely going to take at least some profits right now on Ventum on the imminent short term. So let me as well look at EGLD. Thank you for supporting the nation, of course, Ryan. And for EGLD, guys, we discussed this yesterday as well. Just like Solana, just like Algorand, a lot of these coins are right now creating these interesting patterns. So Bitcoin 5 minutes away from its 1 hourly close. After this, we're going to look at Bitcoin once again. But what you can see right now with EGLD, guys, is that it could be going for this potential move over here. So we already discussed this yesterday, right? We already discussed this potential move that we could be generating from here on yesterday. And what we were seeing is basically an upper sloping support line, down sloping resist line, and this was really helping us to be determining a new price target for EGLD. And our new price target is going to be, of course, this 44% measured move here towards the upside, and this is going to be the target around to $358, what will be meaning a new all-time high for EGLD. So very beautiful continuation pattern. My expectations was a breakout towards the upside, since we of course created this consolidation pattern in a wave towards the upside, and then we started to move up already, and we are right now seeing potentially the breakout right now, and this is looking particularly solid right here, and I definitely can't wait to see where we're going to get this breakout. And as soon as we're going to close this this daily candle outside of here, we're first of all not only breaking the downtrend, but we're as well forming a breakthrough of this resist line, what could be really helping us to push up towards this price target from off this point. Could be still in a 35% rally towards the upside that we could be generating. So EGLD is looking particularly strong right now, and for me, there's definitely no reason to really be worried about EGLD on this time of recording, of course. So looking good. So Joseph is saying, yo, Rover, love the show. I mean, guys, absolutely amazing that you're tuning in once again here, and I'm loving that you guys are here as well. Let us know on Twitter when you take profits on Ventum, please. Of course, guys. So, of course, if I'm opening a trade or taking profits on certain projects, and as well on Ventum, we'll be letting you know, guys. I mean, I can tell you already, it's not a bad time to take profits right now here. I definitely think it is responsible to take at least some profits out of the table, or take your initial investment out of the table, because it's not good. It's definitely a good time to always take profits once you're trading at all-time highs, because everyone is in profit basically. So yeah, as well, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at RoverCRC. Hit the follow button over here to stay up to date with all the market developments, first of all. And as well, if I'm opening a trade or closing a trade or whatsoever, yeah, we will be keeping you guys up to date over here as well for my trade over here. And of course, if I see a new possibility for, let's say, a new trading possibility to open a new trade on Bitcoin or close my trade on Bitcoin or whatsoever, we'll be dropping it here as well on Twitter, like I always do, and like you always can be expecting for you guys out there. So some people are asking for an Algorand trading setup. What my trading setup for Algorand should be here is, you could be potentially already entering your trade, but what you should be doing here, if you're already willing to enter a trade, is set up several orders on the lower side, where you could be potentially, of course, get your orders filled here to push down your average entry price. Other strategy, what you could be doing here is, of course, wait for one daily candle close, wait for the retest, open your trade on the retest, and ride this freaking trade towards the upside. And of course, if you want to be trading Algorand, because this is going to be a very strong trading setup, of course, there's going to be a very strong setup here of an approximately 60% here. Could be a major move that you can be catching right now here. Don't forget to sign up with BYBIT here. Make sure to sign up with the highest link here in the description. If you're going to sign up with the highest link in the description, you will be, first of all, get a very nice, a very solid trading bonus. You will be getting a very good bonus here in terms of your deposit. And as well, you will be able to trade the Algorand 60% move that we're about to get generated, because Algorand is looking to blast off anytime soon here. You could be for sure trade that one as soon as you're going to be signing up here with the highest link in the description, of course. So it's definitely worth to check out right now here. It's looking particularly solid, and you could be for sure make some very good gains with that one out there. So yeah, looking forward towards it. Let me see what the chat is saying. Let's do your VeChain. Of course, let's go over VeChain ever so slightly. Of course, VeChain not really moved today. Not massive moves today here. Of course, if I'm going to look at VeChain, still going to be approaching this downward slope resistance line. We know that we saw a potential fake out scenario over there unfolding. If I'm going to just look at this line from, excuse me, from off this point, You can see as well, yeah, we will be approaching it like a fake out. We're right now once again trying to break through it once again. So it's looking particularly good here. I mean, VeChain, necessarily what you're going to be anticipating is maybe a potential box over here, a resistance box on the top side. So you can see this has been a level that provided us in the immediate short term a lot of resistance. This is going to be the level that we have to be breaking through in order to continue the trend up here. But can tell you already, this once again can't be formed the storm for VeChain, and it's looking particularly good here. So Mr. Mogul as well, thank you for the donation. We'll be looking into your request in a second. First, we'll be taking my eyes out on Bitcoin, because yeah, Bitcoin is going to close its 1 hourly candle in just a minute. This is an extremely bullish candle close, guys. So let me take a quick sip of my water and let me enjoy this 1 hourly candle close. So Mondegrain as well asking for a Bitcoin dominance update. So we'll be taking my looks at the altcoin dominance and Bitcoin dominance afterwards as well. Good request from you, Mondegrain. Mondegrain from Finland. Valtteri Bottas. So also a lot of ADA requests, guys. So we'll be trying to discuss the most amount of things in the stream, guys. So give me some time. We'll be for sure doing trying to discuss the most amount of things. I know Cardano broke out of this important symmetrical triangle, so as well an important coin to discuss right now. So let's look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin just closed its 1 hourly candle, guys. I mean, we'll close its 1 hourly candle in 20 seconds. Looks like we are forming a clear higher high than this high over here, but still going to be raising the awareness. Well, Bitcoin is forming this higher high right now. We are right now seeing still a lower high getting generated on the R side. So Bitcoin is still creating a bearish divergence. This will be not a reason for me to let's say close my trade or whatsoever, because what Bitcoin is doing, if you're just taking your eyes out right now, not look at the momentum indicators, is that Bitcoin is of course clearly forming this higher high trajectory right now. Here we have been forming this lower high trend, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher high, and this of course helping us to continue the trend up here. And I do think as well, especially as well since breaking through this resistance box over here, that let's say if we could be if we're going to have a retracement back towards this box over here, basically that this is going to be a relatively bullish retest that we could be looking and could be aiming for, because yeah, this has been really the resistance zone, and right now we're trading above it. So yeah, it is looking particularly good here. The trade is doing very well, and I think, yeah, right now Bitcoin has a lot of potential to, of course, shoot up further. And let me quickly look before, of course, going to Rune and into the Bitcoin dominance, to look at this this short against longs chart right now. Are there more shorters than longest active? So it looks to me that right now more shorters than longest active, so that's pretty interesting. You can see on the exchanges, most amount of exchanges are more shortest active than longers. That's always interesting to see, of course. In the 30-minute time frame, yeah, we have more longer, so that's also pretty interesting. So maybe we could be seeing, of course, the funding rates once again shooting up ever so slightly. So let me load up this real quickly. So BYBIT funding rates, this is predicted funding rates. So oh, this could be of course pretty high funding rates that we could be getting right now. So that could be of course starting to make me feel a little bit worried. Predicted funding rates are going to be 0.017. So funding rates are right now running up here. So basically, guys, what this means here is that are more and more people longing the market, less and less shorters in the market, because people know that shorting the market is going to be suicide. And of course, the higher the funding rates become here, the more bigger the chance is going to become that we're going to get a long squeeze getting formed here. So that is, of course, not a thing that I would like to see here, especially with my leveraged long position that I'm right now in here. Of course, my long position will never get liquidated. I mean, it will potentially get liquidated, but the chances are right now relatively low that we are going to get a liquidation of this trade here. So important to know here. A lot of high funding rates are right now running up here. I'm not saying that we're necessarily going to get a correction right now here, because these are the projected funding rates right now that we're looking at. So, but of course, it's a thing to take in consideration. It's a thing to get a little bit more scared and a little bit more cautious with here. So funding rates are running up. It's always interesting to see here. So as well here, we were seeing quite a lot of volume coming in towards the market just a moment ago. Right now the volume looks to be cooling off once again here. We're just having an approximately 7 Bitcoin in buying volume in terms of the upside on the previous 50-minute candle. So yeah, we're not seeing a lot of action right now on the imminent short term, but maybe it will be coming back in just a moment. At the same time, let me move into our Rune, because there was a request that we did cut here from our Mr. Moho. So thank you for supporting the donation, first of all. And what are we looking at if we're going to look at Rune? So Rune, we were looking at a falling wedge scenario. So falling wedge did broke out here. Price target of the falling wedge is going to be the top side of the wedge, still going to be 35% measured move from here on. So looking particularly solid here in my opinion. If we're going to look at the chart, yeah, I do think that we could be seeing a rally towards the upside getting generate, and of course could be seeing this price target basically getting reached here. So as well, what we can see, forming an upper sloping support line, like you can clearly see over here, we're forming a higher low trajectory. So yeah, it is looking particularly good here. No real big reason to start to be worried about. Sol is saying, I pay 0.06% to my broker to be in a Bitcoin position. Is this too much? I do think that you can get a cheaper one. I know the BYBIT is relatively, I mean, Binance is really good on fees as well, but if you want to be very good on fees on Binance, you have to be having a high level. Otherwise, I should just suggest Femex or BYBIT here. And yeah, I also have those links in the description, of course. If you want to be signing up for those links, you will be supporting me, of course. But I mean, yeah, definitely for me on, I do think you can get some lower fees in general, my man. So yeah, Rune is looking particularly good here, to be honest. As well, you can see a bounce off the green line, the green box, previous resistance, flipped into support, moving up from here on. But still, if I'm going to zoom in towards the imminent short term and look at the 4-hourly candles, you can see some resistance is getting found on the top side over here. So you can see this red box over here getting found over here. You can see clearly. Rejections along the way getting formed here, support over here, resistance, and right now we're once again trying to be breaking through this level. So important level that we're running trading against. If I'm looking to the 1-hourly candles, you can see potentially Rune was creating this downward slope resistance line. Right now we're breaking above it and we're continuing to trend up here. We're as well creating an upper slope support line. So maybe we have been already seeing this breakout of this symmetrical triangle in the imminent short term. And if you're going to look for a retest, we could be seeing a very nice move here towards the upside with a measured move of 9% and 9.7% towards the upside. So looking particularly good for Rune right now. Do expect, since this level looks to be holding up very well support, that we could be seeing some higher price targets getting reached from here on. So looks good. Looks solid, looks very, very solid. But let me talk then about the altcoin dominance and the Bitcoin dominance. So what you can see right now here, on the Bitcoin pump, which is great here, because Bitcoin, of course, moved up just a moment ago right here towards the upside, right, like we just saw. Bitcoin pumped very nicely, right? And right now we are forming again a Bitcoin dominant spike. So it's really the money that's flowing into Bitcoin that stays in Bitcoin, or it is money that is going out of altcoins that is going back into Bitcoin, or money that was in tether that goes in Bitcoin. So yeah, the altcoin dominance is running down ever so slightly right now here. Absolutely exciting to see, of course. If I'm going to look at the altcoin dominance chart, you can see we have been talking about this chart several times here, right? So we have been talking about this chart, and you can clearly see this chart has been providing us a very strong resistance, very strong support, very strong resistance, very strong support, and right over here once again, very strong support is getting found. So it looks particularly good right now, and it looks to be that this is going to be a real good level that the altcoin dominance could be holding up towards. And of course, if the altcoin dominance is going to be holding up, it's going to be relatively bullish here. And let's see if we could be holding up towards the level. This, of course, if you look at the Bitcoin dominance, this exact opposite level, because these are basically opposite charts. So Bitcoin dominance could be right now running towards some resistance, like you can see over here. You can see Bitcoin dominance is supported over here, supported over here, supported over here, rejected over here, and once again we could be finding a rejection from this point. So yeah, for the Bitcoin dominance, for the Bitcoin bulls out there that really want to be seeing Bitcoin increasing, you want to be seeing a breakthrough of this level. If you're a big altcoin fan here, you just want to be seeing a push up towards the upside from off this point, and of course continue to trend higher. So as well, Mr. Mogul, thank you for supporting the nation once again. And you're saying, do you think we could be seeing a $20 Rune? So yeah, I mean, could we see a $20 Rune? That's for sure possible, in my opinion. We're right now trading on $8, and I think the chances are relatively high that we could be seeing a $20 Rune once again here. I think where a lot of altcoins are still, the exponential gains are still yet to come here. These massive moves are still yet to come, and I think, yeah, the chances are high that we are going to be making very strong gains with all these altcoins that we're right now looking at. So yeah, I do think we could be for sure see a $20 Rune. I don't think it's out of the books right now as well. If you're looking to the imminent short term, we'll be going into Bitcoin because it's correcting ever so slightly. Imminent short term, I do think we're going to create this minor percentage move towards the upside. But if you're really going to look and zoom out towards the daily time frame, yeah, if it creates a good momentum and if it's going to be able to break through these highs over here, it could be running up very quickly. These are altcoins, and altcoins tend to be moving up very, very quickly in a very rapid pace here. And as well, if you're quickly removing all the drawings and look at the chart over here, you can see as well That room was forming a lower, that room was forming a lower low over here, high low on the RSI. This is of course a bullish divergence, and these bullish divergences can be really helping to kickstart and rally towards the upside. So far it has been kickstarting the rally, but let's see if we could be continue the trend and continue to create the momentum towards the upside as well here, and really help run to push up here. But yeah, I do think $20 is still possible. It's a pretty conservative target still, in my opinion. It's pretty conservative still, and I'm very realistic, and I think it's possible. So in the meantime, guys, Bitcoin moving down ever so slightly with the scandal. But like we told you guys a minute ago, there's not going to be a real big worry if Bitcoin is going to retrace back towards the green box here. Bitcoin retracing back towards the green box is only going to be having a bullish consequence on the next 1 hourly candle, in my opinion. So yeah, I am looking forward towards seeing Bitcoin, of course, retracing back towards the level. And let's see how this is going to be wrapping up, of course. But guys, right now, also a thing that I will be wrapping up here is the stream. Guys, thank you so much for watching to this amazing stream here. Don't forget to follow me on my socials. All links are in the description getting found here. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, of course, but you're already on the YouTube page. So don't forget as well to smash up the like button if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the content as well. Guys, I will be trying to be back later today with another live stream if we're going to see some more interesting price action. Maybe I will be letting Bitcoin will be taking some time off here back towards this range, and then we could be going for another push up here. But guys, make sure to ring the bell notification on this channel so you're going to stay up to date by the next move, because you know already that Crypto Rover channel is always going to be very, very interactive with you guys out there, and always will be trying to respond as soon as possible as we're seeing a market move getting generated. So guys, thank you so much for watching to this amazing new update here on the channel once again, and we'll be catching you guys later today in another update, and peace out, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Sorry for leaving.